Go. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Where are you? We got this. Susan Priest and Dave Thornton, who, for whatever reason today, I started calling Dr. Thornton. I hope it sticks. I hope it becomes like your new moniker.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
I like it.
We were listening to, I don't know, these guys. I know one of them playing some music out there. Dave.
Well.
So, while No Produce was playing the theme song, I was asking Dr. Thornton if he's appeared on another show that we do here at Productions by G called Pounding the Pavement. And you said no. I'm shocked. I mean,
Never.
Pep Jones. I thought you and Pep were like kind of friendly.
We are indeed. We have a schedule conflict.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. He does.
I play every Sunday night, and their shows are always on Sunday night, and
Okay.
maybe someday.
All right, perhaps someday. Well, I think maybe once we change the format here at the studio, that's going to work out because we're changing the format here at the studio. I don't really know 100% all the details. Every time I try to ask our producer, Greg, we get sidetracked because I don't know if you know this, but I cannot stay on subject.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Isn't that a great cartoon? So anyway, I know things are changing. We're going to, like some of the technical problems that have come along, I know it's like not cool or kosher to say technical problems. I don't know, because it implies we don't know what we're doing, but it's all Time Warner Cable's fault, as far as I'm concerned.
I like that.
I don't know if that's true. But as far as I'm concerned, it's not our problem. But any issues that we've had will be a thing that has gone.
Gone.
So,
Major upgrade.
So we're going to be gone for a couple of weeks. And what I was thinking, so this is totally putting you on the spot, but what I was thinking would be cool is because you're helping me with the show before we go on this break, I wondered if you would come back when we're new and be the first co-host of the new show. So you could be out with the old and with the new.
Oh.
Are you in?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, we're going to do it Sunday evening at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll have my agent contact you. There's some legalities about me doing certain shows. And
well, especially on a Sunday evening at 7 o'clock. I know, you got to say,
Oh.
yeah, I was kidding. So, standing gig at the Madison Inn, right?
We're going to broadcast live with the Madison Inn. Something to ponder.
Something to consider.
Live remote.
A live remote
That's right.
from the Madison Inn on a Sunday night. You know what?
With Chris, the Red Dragon, Lester, and myself.
As if you and Lester aren't enough to pack the house. Just to kick it up a notch.
It's typically shoulder to shoulder when we play Sunday there.
I know, I've been there a time or two.
Yeah,
I mean,
you have to park across the river typically.
Down by the river.
Down by the river, there's a crowd of people that gather for our shows.
There's some things being passed around. Prayer books.
Right. Yes.
All right, I know. So, you know what I usually do when I do a show? I like to get some weird music news and talk about it. You like see the perfect person to talk about. No, it doesn't. Because you know what? Look at all this paper right here.
You've done some research.
No, this is all old crap that I've talked about before. I've talked about all of this before. These shoes, talked about them. Lady Gaga shoes.
I have them in purple.
I can't wait. Will you wear them on show?
Yes.
Okay.
And a thong, that's it.
No, you can wear pants. It's okay. You can wear fine. Wear the pants. It's all right. Now, if your girl Amy Mead wanted to wear the thong, I'm down with that. I'm down with that. So anyway, yeah. So I talked about all of these notes, but I was still looking for some because there's something in here I hadn't been able to talk about the last show that I knew you would know about. Something about it. Do you know a song by Jay-Z? Right? You're a big Jay-Z, like
Absolutely,
hip-hop, like
yeah.
I love me the hip-hop kind of a guy. You're down.
Word.
Do you know? Do people still say that? Well, we do.
Old folks.
We go, well, this is older. Do you know the song 99 Problems? Well, here are the words. Here are some of the words. This will help you. I got the Rat Patrol on the Gat Patrol. Is that a gun? Like a gun?
It is.
Okay.
Indeed.
Foes that want to make sure my casket's closed. It's not ringing a bell yet? Let me get to the chorus. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. And then he's doing things wrong, because we try to be the biggest problem. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. Yeah, I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me.
Hit me.
Come on, hit me. I like James Brown.
That's my jam right there.
Do you know the song? Because I don't.
Yes.
But
Yes.
yes. But I know you know Hole, the music, the band.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Courtney Love, you know Courtney Love?
Oh, I thought this was going somewhere totally different.
Oh, we'll get there later.
Yes, indeed.
So Courtney Love covered that song at a concert during the recent Sundance Film Festival. Yeah, and she changed the words a little bit.
What'd she say?
If you're having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
That's the same lyric.
No.
You said she changed something.
If you're having he's saying.
Girl problems. I
Okay.
see.
It is this. I
It's
got
the same
99
lyric.
problems. Did she left off hit me? No, wait, I got it wrong. She totally changed
I'm not getting it.
She totally changed
Wow, radical of her.
She left off hit me. No, she
Wish I
changed
could've been
it.
there.
No, it was like this big controversy. First of all, Sundance Film Festival was so controversial. Pretty love. I love us. So. But no, she just changed it ever so slightly. It was big controversy from the hip hop world. Like, who does Courtney Love think she is, taking our music and, making it, not be cool. So, anyway, she changed the lyric and the meaning to, but being a bitch ain't one, is, where the hell, what did she say?
Let's get to it, Susan.
I know, my notes suck. Love makes the song sound like her own, and she transforms its meaning when she changes the lyric to, but being a bitch ain't one.
Right.
That has the hip hop world.
I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Got the rap control of the cat control. Force it on the beat, so my cast is closed. Money cash shows. I'm the hood stupid type of black sales.
I'm thinking if you were to ever get married, I want you to learn to welcome and honor the black song. I know that right there. Right there, 99 problems.
Beyonce's
Old school. Yeah, what?
Beyonce's husband.
I mean, really.
You think he's talking about her?
I think he's talking about Courtney Love.
Hit me.
So yeah, all she did, one little change. She said, she changed the lyrics to, but being a bitch ain't one.
How
And
witty.
how like
Courtney.
subtle is that though? Like, I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one, and she says, but being a bitch ain't one.
You think she killed Kurt?
Well, I think that if she didn't kill him, that her presence in his life made him do it. I mean, she's wackadooey.
There's a book there somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not writing it. Maybe Frances Bean will write it.
Frances Bain.
Frances Bean. She's a model now. Have you
Frances
seen her?
Bain.
Have you seen them?
No.
She's kind of quirky cute. Yeah. Well, I mean, Courtney Love was kind of quirky cute until she wasn't. Till she looked like a hole.
Right.
Yeah. I know that why they call that a rim shot, but that just means something totally different to me.
Here we go again.
You just hear that, and it's like, what?
I hope Cecil's watching.
Really?
Yeah.
Cecil DeLoma? I asked him if he'd come on the show sometime.
What do you say?
He declined. I'm good with that. He likes to go out, he likes to perform.
When we edit, we should put a sad trombone sound right there.
Yes, we should.
Yes.
No, that was like a when I tell a bad joke, right? Which will happen frequently.
Safe sound.
No, but he said he likes to perform, and that, wanted to studio and then perform in the studio is like not, he just likes to get out with the band and play. And I appreciate that. But he's kind of a smarty pants.
Yeah.
And
We did a Smarty Pants Christmas
we
show
did,
together.
we
the
did.
three of us.
Oh God, I drank too
Indeed.
much. I drank too much. I mean,
You don't say.
I know. You guys
You
should.
couldn't tell?
Shut up. He's lying. And I appreciate it. It's really noble of him. But I'm like,
There's some wonderful pictures from that evening that you took.
I did, didn't I?
Like this part of my head.
Yeah, I just posted them all.
I got my pinky at once. It's pretty cool.
It was like I was drunk when I posted the pictures. Like, oh, that's a good one. Tag.
That's Dave. You can tell.
I don't know. I just,
No, they weren't that bad.
Okay, but it's like I had a White Russian, and then somebody got me a White Russian, and then all of a sudden I had 3, and it's like, okay, I drank one real fast, and I still had 2, and I did want a White Russian. So I'm just going to go on a limb here and say, you probably were not sober.
That's very true.
All right.
That's
But
very true.
we were pretty good smarty pants,
Yeah.
and that was a great time. I had a blast,
I think I chose bourbon that evening.
except for that one White Russian. Or did you get
And
a
White Russian and beer.
That's
It's all
bad
stomach
combo.
of Christmas cheer.
Yeah. Did you have any commitments the next day?
Probably.
I called off work. I mean, I planned in advance. I took a vacation day for the next day, so I was good to roll on that.
I don't wake up in the mornings.
Really? You really don't?
No, I'm a rock star.
Well, that's true. But see, I was gonna say something dirty, but then that would bring our friend Amy me back into the conversation, and I'm not gonna do it.
I set my alarm if I have to get up earlier than noon.
Which is funny because on the way here, my husband's alarm went off in the car, and it was what?
At 2:30?
Yeah.
It's time to get up.
Why is your alarm set for 2:30?
He's a rock star too.
Well, yeah, he's good. And you know what else I like to do when I do a show? And I don't have any new Bieber news. And I like to update the people who watch the show on the latest and greatest obscure Bieber news.
I found a funny one on Facebook earlier, a little picture I found amusing.
Do tell. I mean, what's he doing? What's he
You think
doing?
I could take like 30 seconds and pull it up and share it with the world?
I think you can. And while
Pretty funny.
while you're pulling that up, we're gonna check. I don't know.
Maybe later.
Again, have your people here with my people. We'll negotiate the terms. No, the thing about Bieber is, he's everywhere. He's got news, like I think he has his own paparazzi. Really, that's what they do. Like the dude that got run over chasing down Justin Bieber. It's like that's all the guy did. That was his living, chasing down Justin Bieber. And then you know what it was? It was no longer his living because he got plowed down. That was his income. It's like, what do you do for a living? I chase Justin Bieber. I take pictures of Justin Bieber. That's what I do. That's my job. I wonder what the insurance is like on that. Do you have benefits? But anyway, there's always this news out there about it. But I like to find like the more obscure news, like the time that the California Hamster Association is mad at him.
Do tell.
See, I told the story.
Where this is going.
I told the story. But he had a pet hamster.
Before you go on, is there really a hamster society?
That's what I said. There really is. I think.
Before you go on how they were angered.
I think
and
that.
are there pictures of these people?
I know. People and they're I think they formed after the whole Richard Gere rumor started. Although that was a gerbil.
And there's a collection of them. Do they get together?
Yeah, they bring their hamsters and they bring their little hamster balls and they put them in.
They're like human-sized ones.
They make play date. You know what's funny?
I would love to have one of those.
So, like 5 years ago, the football stadium in Cincinnati.
Finger monkeys.
Oh my God! Where do I get those? I need that.
Some
That's
shit.
made up. That's made up, right?
Finger monkeys.
Oh, our producer's not in there. I hope that everybody can see
Yeah,
it.
we probably can. It's little monkeys on the fingers.
But it's photoshopped, right? I mean, that's like, those fingers are like tree.
No.
That is not real.
I have 5 of them. Sometimes when I go out,
Listen.
I got a monkey on each finger.
Just because you have hairy hands doesn't mean you have monkey fingers. I need to know more about the monkey fingers. Monkeys on the finger.
Look, I'm still on a mission to find
So anyway,
irrelevant picture of
I'll be
Justin
sorry.
Bieber.
Because a couple years ago, because we're going to go to the studio in a few minutes and get some more No Produce music going. So while you're looking, I'm going to keep telling the story about, look,
It's you know,
at the football stadium down in Cincinnati a couple years ago. They were doing this contest. They were going to do a halftime contest where you entered your name. If they drew your name, you would race in a hamster ball with other hamster ballers.
Hamster
Maybe more
ballers.
so. You would race the length of the football field.
Good band name.
It would be.
The hamster
ballers.
ballers. All right, continue.
You would race other hamster ballers, and then whoever got to the end first was the winner. And I mean, like think of the fame that you would have to have won that halftime competition.
You say it again.
So hamster baller, hamster baller. So I was telling my friend Gail about it.
Balla.
Balla.
Yeah.
That's how Alyssa would say it. Balla.
All right.
I'd be like, holla. Yeah, coming up in Studio G. Yeah. Really? Oh, hi, it's the guys coming up in Studio G after I tell this story and he finds this picture. So Gail said, Suze, she calls me Suze. Suze, I could so do that. Like, I can make myself real tiny and I'll just get my arms out and like, Gail, no. It's a human-sized ball that you stand up in and then you go like,
Yes.
and then I couldn't quit laughing,
Baller.
thinking about my friend Gail, thinking she's gonna get this little tiny ball with her arms out. Like, I laughed so hard. We used to drive to and from work together, and then I laughed at her so hard one time I cried, and we never rode together again. You couldn't find it?
No, it's not gonna happen. There's network error.
Okay, here's what's gonna happen. I think we should go to Studio G, because I was crying so hard about Gail and that little ball. I know, right? So we're gonna go to Studio G and listen to No Produce do some music. And then we're gonna come back, and we're gonna chat a little, and then don't leave people because Dr. Thornton's gonna play me a song. Are we out? Can we talk?
Was it the champagne? Was it the caviar? Was it the airplane? Or was it her daddy's car? Was it the new thing with all the dough? I don't know, I just had to go. Was it the yacht club? Or was it a fishing boat? Was it the leg of lamb? Or was it a billy goat? Was it the steel baby? Or the escargot? I don't know, I just had to go. I'm just a poor boy. Imitation too. So don't go telling me what to do. Was it that beer joint or was it a country club? Were we just fooling around or was it truly love? Was it the phone film or just a show? I don't know, I just had to go. Poor boy, I like to have fun. I know a pretty girl when I see one. I seen the real thing, the imitation too. So don't go telling me what to do. So keep your champagne and keep your caviar and fly your aeroplane into your daddy's car. So you'll understand, I'll tell you real slow. I don't know, I just had to go. What'd you do wrong with your guitar again?
You have to turn it up.
All right, we're gonna do a little tune by a guy named Rodriguez.
I often wonder, do you?
I wonder how many times you've been had, and I wonder how many plans have gone bad, and I wonder how many times you had sex, and I wonder, do you know who'll be next? I wonder, I wonder I do. I wonder about the love you can't find, and I wonder about the loneliness inside, and I wonder what you're gonna get got, and I wonder about the friends that are not. I wonder, I wonder I do. Well, I wonder about the tears in children's eyes, and I wonder about the soldier that dies, and I wonder, and I worry, my friend, and I wonder about the hate that never ends. I wonder, don't you? Well, I wonder how many times you've been had, and I wonder how many dreams have gone bad, and I wonder how many times you had sex, and I wonder if you know who'll be next. Well, I wonder, I wonder I do.
All right, that's a surprise ending for Dale.
Yeah.
Hey, that song they just did, have you heard it?
Yeah, just
Before?
now.
But I mean, have you heard it before?
No.
Well, when you and Amy were over, the last time you were over, and we watched that ridiculously bad movie. Do you recall the name of that movie?
Which one?
Caligula.
I thought that's what you were talking about,
Yeah,
yes.
I know. We had our friends over, and then we showed them porn. But I'm like, no, listen. It's soft porn, I guess it would be called. But
Just try to get the mood right.
that's right. I was trying to soften somebody. I mean, that'd be the wrong way.
All
Right? That's wrong.
This is a compliment.
Like, honey, you gotta go. No, I was talking about this movie that I saw in the movie Bennett, Best Buy, a long time ago, and it had famous people, Helen Mirren, and Malcolm McDowell, and John Gielgud. I mean, famous people.
Had potential.
And I love movies that are historically based. So, and this is a movie about Caligula, who I think predated Caesar by, I don't know. Okay, doesn't matter. Now you get the idea. Roman times.
I was impressed there for a minute. It was wrong with your history
I
knowledge.
totally lost it. Anyway, I was excited I get this movie, and we get it home, and like in the first minute, they're walking along, and it's like there are like all these like orgies in the background of the main character. That's what he said. So anyway, I told him about the movie, and then I was like, well, you just have to see it. So we put the movie in, and it's a little interesting if you can. No, it's very interesting to me if you can remove all of that kind of creepy stuff. The creepy stuff. I mean, not like I'm a prude.
the people with their heads buried with the
Well, that really happened, though. That really happened. But no, I was thinking like if you could get over the fact that he was like having sex with his sister.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. But anyway.
Oh, just a little incest porn on
I know.
Saturday night with friends.
I know.
Nothing wrong with that.
You gotta be really good friends to whip out your Caligula. So anyway, last week I had the TV on channel flipping, and Comedy Central. By the way, I have a stream of consciousness way of talking. I was talking about a song, wasn't I?
Yeah, I'm with you now.
And it's Comedy Central. They had this comedian Anthony Jeselnik.
What's his last name?
Jeselnik.
Sounds dirty.
I know, right? And the name of his show was Anthony Jeselnik, colon. I'm telling you, you know, it didn't say colon. Caligula.
No.
Yeah. Record that crap. Even though I was like, you know, part of my sensibilities were offended by the movie, Caligula, I gotta see what this guy's doing.
I did see the commercial for that, and I was amused.
Okay.
He's at the funeral, and and the preacher says, if anyone has any last words, and he stands up and says, oh, I have a comedy special Friday night. Anthony Jeselnik.
There you go. He's funny.
It's going to Friday night, knock on wood, he knocks on the
coffin?
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
good stuff.
His humor is so inappropriate, and if somebody in the audience is going to be offended. Pretty much every person in the audience, by the time they leave, will have been offended by one of his jokes. But he's so wrong, and he's just funny. But I'm like, well, yeah, Caligula, I'll watch that. So anyway, that night you guys were over, I was telling you about, I just heard on WNKU a story about this guy from Detroit, late 60s, early 70s, singer-songwriter, went by his last name, Rodriguez, and he got recorded. Music went nowhere. And then this American girl went to visit her boyfriend in South Africa and took the album. She was like one of the few people that bought it. And the music, like that one album, like people got a hold of it, they took it to parties, and they fell in love with it, and his music became like the soundtrack of anti-apartheid movement. And so these guys that when they got older that were part of that and on the music scene, one of them was actually a DJ, they tracked him down. And he's still in Detroit, and he's like basically like living hand to mouth, and he had no clue that he was famous in Africa.
Really?
Yeah, and they got him over there, he did a concert, sold out. And Brian Mackey ended up doing 6 concerts, and he was never mad that, you know, that he could have made money, that he was living in obscurity. He was just thrilled that his music meant something. And it's like,
well, that's a cool story.
It's a great story. And so we watched the documentary, and Mike and I are just like, love his lyrics, love his music. And so I like it that they hooked it up with a song.
So he writes some songs, and a whole other part of the world is loving it, and it's going huge, and he has no idea.
No clue. I mean,
and then all of a sudden he's invited to do a concert, and there's thousands of people there that know all the words and love it.
Yeah, like he got off the airplane when he got to South Africa. He got
so cool.
off the airplane, and it looked like when the Beatles first came into New York City for the first time.
Wow.
It was huge, and he's there with his
that needs to be a
family.
movie.
It should be. It's a documentary now. I think it should be a movie. It was pretty powerful. I loved it. So I love the music of Michelle Shocked. I don't know. You know,
I heard her name,
Anchorage, Anchor Down in Anchorage. I think probably that would be what we call our biggest hit, and maybe you heard it.
Is that what he sounds like?
No, it's a similar story.
Oh.
She's American. She was at a festival for folk music, and sitting around a campfire, played some of her original music, played. And she ended up leaving the country. She's living as a squatter in Europe. I know, that's what they're called. So,
Professionally.
But somebody took her music, they recorded it around that campfire, produced it, put an album out, and she's over here making money and didn't even know it. Somebody had to track her down and say, hey, we got money for you.
Live at the campsite.
She had no idea. So she's got a little cult following, kind of like a Lyle Lovett, kind of like a female Lyle Lovett.
I wonder if that could be happening to me anywhere. I wonder if there's like some like little jungle tribe of people that are like listening to my music, and you know, it's their whole life.
I think that's why I'm telling you this story.
They're
Because
so cool.
Dave Thornton.
Did you discover something? Just so the camera can breaks in.
There's this pygmy tribe in the Amazon
Have a big statue of me.
Just your head.
Right.
And your feet. Just your head and your feet. And I wonder if it'd be Fun Time Freddy music or.
I know, what they chose.
Where they go. I don't know. Wouldn't that be awesome though? I mean, really, as a musician, and especially somebody who does write original
Incredibly
music.
wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, how cool for these people.
I'm just overwhelmed with joy.
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
He is. Yeah, he is. He's playing at Coachella this year. Is that West Coast?
Did he move to Africa?
You would think so, right? No, he stayed in Detroit. Yeah, stayed in
I
Detroit.
would have told him to move to Africa.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a
Be with my
national
people.
hero,
Yeah.
and well, you can say be with my people. It's kind of weird because it was like, I mean, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but the people who were listening to his music were the white people in South Africa who opposed apartheid. So I don't know if the blacks of South Africa were, that wasn't discussed in this documentary.
Rodriguez.
He's Hispanic, Mexican American. So
Check it out.
check it out. Hey, why don't you and Amy come over and we'll watch the documentary together?
I love it. Right?
Sell them a story, get them over, and then what about
You
Caligula?
looky there.
I believe this is where we were when we left. I think a woman, I've never seen her lose her temper, but that might be it. I mean, that could be the thing that would push her just over the psychological edge. And by the way, I'm sorry if me saying you're a woman is offensive to her or anyone, but you heard Mike on the way, you're like, woman!
Make me a sandwich.
Yes, dear. No, it's, John Lennon, woman, it's love-based.
You're right.
I think.
Yeah.
That's what I keep telling myself. Aww.
So sweet.
That's so sweet or delusional. So what I was thinking was, because we got like 20 more minutes left, I was wondering if you maybe had a song that you would want to sing and play. See, I'm acting all coy because we talked about it.
We did.
But then I couldn't really say what song I would want to hear because I like everything that he plays except for one. Mine. I made that up.
that one.
Yeah, he played. No, I like every song that you play. But I don't know. It's hard for me to sit here. Just like it's hard for you to select one, it's just as hard for me to choose one. So you got something in mind? Give you some.
You need a Guinness.
I'll give you a Guinness. And I'll have some Colt 45. You want
You got any malt liquor by chance?
I happen to have a malt liquor. It's over there. You want to get it up for you? I'm give you some years. I'm sitting up here staring at you like some kind of movie. I'll take them over here. Do it, farting, baby.
I do feel a little imbalanced on the stool. Kind of, maybe it was from last night. Well, a little too much fun we had.
You straddle like a horse, man.
Yeah. Which makes me think this.
Are you so...
Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. Got a feeling it's something right. So scared in case I fall off this chair. And I'm wondering how to get down the stairs. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Stuck in the middle with you. And I'm wondering what it is I should do. So hard to keep the smile from my face. Lose control and I'm all over the place. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Well, you started out with nothing and found that you're a self-made man. And your family all come crawling and slap you on the back and say, please, please. Trying to make sense of it all, but I can see it makes no sense at all. Is it cool to go to sleep on the floor? Don't think that I can take it anymore. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Well, I don't know, I came here tonight. I got a feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off this chair, and I'm wondering how I'm getting down the stairs. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Stuck in the middle with you. Stuck in the middle with you. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that was so great. I'm coming at ya. You know what? I didn't even know.
This is the worst places you could be, huh?
I didn't even know you were gonna do that song, but I'm so glad I moved off you. It's like clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right, and people will be like, "Okay, who's over there?" Oh, what did you say? Shit.
He wants us to shift.
We're shifting, people. This is what you get with live webbing. He said perfect. Somebody said perfect. Hey, I brought my husband, Mike Reese, in to talk with us, and I'm going to tell you why. Because he's really been wanting to kick your ass for a pretty good while.
That's all right.
I found that if I talk to a musician, I do it from a non-musician point of view. So if I ask you questions, that people would want to know the answer to, that's all good and fine.
Mm-hmm.
But there are also things that the people watching who are musicians would want to know that I don't even think to ask. So we're just going to come at you hard and fast.
Hard being the key word.
I love it.
Hard.
Hard.
Yeah. But I had an idea, real quick, because I can get off subject like nobody's business. I was thinking, how fun would it be if we did a show this summer from Senda Lance Ali's fabulous estate.
Straight.
We get some kind of an AU thing going on.
Digging it.
Me, you, hosting. You in?
Swimsuit contest.
Yes.
But yeah, in my case it'd be like, let's see who we want to cover up the most.
And we can stick our hands in a bucket of ice.
Were you there when they did that?
Yes.
But you didn't do that, right?
No.
All right.
I did not participate in it. I don't do hand freezing events.
And so for those people who will come to our party that I'm planning now, and like Alyssa and Penny and Tracy, they're all like excellent cooks. We could have some kind of a contest where you guys who perform get to decide, about foods and get blue ribbons.
I love it.
All right, I'm in.
Let's do it.
All right,
Mark it
I'll
down.
come sit down. Yeah.
No, listen. It can't be just women's, because Dale's going to want to cook.
Women's. That's true. Dale's a good cook too. It's true. All right, we'll figure it out. Okay, let me talk to you a little bit about you. Let's talk about you.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, I know, right? Right, it should be. Because then, when we wrap it up, we're going to go out with Dave playing music, and I thought you and I could lay right there on the floor and make out while he's playing music. That'd be inspiration.
I got a pocket full of dollars.
I like to do that.
Rain on yes.
Bring it on. How long have you been playing music?
Well, I first started playing when I was, I'm going to say, early 12, 13 years old.
And how'd you know?
Well, my brother played guitar.
That's good. Yeah, that's always a good start, right? Like, Yeah.
And it was just that envy that that's cool what he's doing, and so yeah, I'd bug him to show me things. And that's really where it started, but I fell in love with it.
Yeah, but you can do it well. I mean, I think it'd be harder to fall in love with it if you struggle with it.
Yeah.
So did it like click right away?
It really did. I was just really determined that I was going to play music, and then there was I remember having some guitar lessons in like high school in 9th grade, and took it real serious, and
Which at that age,
Kind of moved on from
it's
there.
hard to, either you will take it serious or you'll do it half-assed. But there's the middle ground's kind
I
of
did it
tight.
half-assed, right?
True, yeah.
Well, it was like 84, 85, so it was like it's when all the big hair metal bands were out, and a lot of guitar inspiration was.
Is that also the time that we had like all the one hits like Dexy's Midnight Runner?
Yeah, that's true.
You know? So you went the right way.
I
You
did.
didn't go the dark side.
I didn't realize that was cool until later,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
because my friends would not thought that was cool if I came in with the Dexys Midnight Runner CD. But
actually, you know what?
You might have got beat up.
Cassette.
Cassette.
Yeah.
I had a
Kick your ass.
K-Tel. I had a K-Tel.
But now I'm down
8-track.
with it a lot.
Well, yeah, and maybe it's something like you could
Yeah.
come and perform sometime. Little Dexy's Midnight Runner. Come on, Eileen.
Wear that jumpsuit, maybe.
Safety dance.
Yes.
I don't remember how to do the safety dance, but I will relearn it if you'll play it. So anyway,
I always thought that had like a kind of an innuendo about it. Just
you think?
come on, Eileen.
Yeah.
Come
Well,
on,
I think
Eileen.
most music has innuendo, doesn't it?
Innuendo.
Sorry.
In the window. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
What window?
See,
I forgot my endo.
we got a little cerebral.
They're in the window right there.
We just took the word endo like 3 different.
Well, yeah, there's more. But
Did
what
you
was
just say
on?
cabeza?
No.
So
So.
we're talking about me here.
And no, you are. So when did you know that this was your career, though? I mean, there has to be a point where you are like a kid playing music to a man who's going to go to work. And when did it become your career?
Well, it really wasn't my career until I started teaching.
Okay, how long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching for 17 years now, private guitar lessons. So,
That's awesome.
yeah, that's how I originally. It's kind of a combination of teach and then have a part-time job on the side and doing other things. But eventually, I whittled it down to where I didn't have to do the part-time thing. I just teach full-time and perform.
Thus,
So.
the life of a rock star
Yeah.
who's living in obscurity
Not
while
a rock
playing these
star,
in the Amazon,
not a
or
rock star,
like
a
living
musician.
out your music is their inspiration.
That's what the drummer of the Foo Fighters said. I thought that was cool.
What did he say?
He said that some interviewer asked him, "What's it like to be a rock star?" And he says, "I'm not a rock star. I'm a musician."
You know
Rock
what?
on, dude.
Yeah, that's cool.
Does rock star imply less of a musician?
It does have a connotation to it. Like you're thinking like the Led Zeppelin Mudfish, Gene Simmons with the 10-inch tongue, like all these depravity stories that go with rock star. And I think to say musician does have a kind of higher standard. So I like it.
I like the
What he
word
said.
performer. Performer.
Performer.
Yeah.
That's what my business card says.
Performer?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
To me, that word encompasses the whole ball of wax, not just your musical talent or your rock star.
although you both have your rock star qualities, don't
It's a good point.
Depravity
It's a good point.
I drink a
exists.
lot of beer.
Depravity exists right here. Yeah. So, how did you meet Dave?
Well, interesting enough, I met Dave a long time ago taking lessons from Dave. Saturday morning, I was his first lesson, man. I think he hated me.
Why did you hate him? I mean, I can tell you why I do, but I don't have
But it was a
one
9 o'clock lesson or something.
Did he
right?
smell like alcohol? Was he late?
No, Mike just knows me because I'm not a morning person. So it was like I have to be there. Like
Maybe this is, you
yeah.
might do more
Yeah,
gigs.
10 o'clock was like hell, like oh.
So, but I mean, so that's how you two met,
It
and
is.
then did you stay in touch, or did you, how'd you cross paths again?
No, we didn't really stay in touch. I really didn't, you know, I knew Dave performed and stuff, and I think you and I actually went out and seen, was you in 3 Feet Deep at that time?
Possibly.
Okay. It was probably 96, 97.
I love 3 Feet Deep.
Thanks.
I love that band.
But anyway, no, and that really is a great segue into what I wanted to talk to Dave about. But I met Dave again through Dale, going out listening to. It wasn't really open mic at the time, but it kind of turned into an open mic, and that's the thing I wanted to talk to you about. You really have. I'm going to use the word revitalized the music scene there in Middletown. I really don't know if you realize that or not.
Yeah, that's a pretty big responsibility.
You know,
yeah.
Honestly, there was nobody else doing it on a regular basis that I remembered at the time. And for me, it was August of
2011.
2011. And it's just grown to this big, huge, you can catch live music in Middletown now almost every night of the week. And so that's pretty cool, man. I congratulate you on that.
Did you even know, like, that was, I mean, you did, right? Kind of?
Well,
But has anyone articulated it until now?
I can't say that I feel responsible for it, but I can see why you say that. I mean, it's like at the third base it would get like that, where it really wasn't an open mic, you know, set up like that, but so many musicians would start to come, and I remember you telling me that was the first time you'd ever performed in front of people, and several other people, you know, kind of had their first time they ever performed there, and developed the confidence to do their own shows at different places. And I always try to encourage any friends I have that plays that's not doing it to try to give you the confidence and to do it, to get out there and find your own place to play and make your own money and have your own experiences. And
Yeah.
it seemed to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but
now we're a close community of musicians that are all like best friends. We all perform at different places here in town, and it's great.
Yeah, that's really the only downside is that so many people are playing that now it's harder to
Making
see.
a choice, right?
Yeah, and it's like, but I love it, and Mike's right. Like, I mean, there were bands playing. I mean, you of course know this. You're in 2 bands, right? 2, Funtime Freddy, and I just said it. And
3 Feet Deep.
Thanks, I love 3 Feet Deep.
Just can't remember that.
No, it's just like temporary insanity.
Those are great.
But, you know, I mean, there are some bands that are out there and performing, but it's not every weekend, and there wasn't something to do a lot of times. Like, if you wanted to hear music, you'd have to go out of town. And it's like, yeah, you and some of the other AU groups just sort of got the ball rolling, and thanks. Yeah, we're fans.
Yeah, there's something to do now in Middletown as far as that arena music wise.
I just don't know why I had to wait till I got so old. I mean, you're right. I'd be like coming out in my walker like, yeah, play that song by Cameo. Word up.
Would you like a buggy, ma'am?
Rodriguez.
So, anyway, I know the Pat Gannon who has I love you.
Did you say she's
No, who's co-hosted the show with me.
Sure.
We went down to one of those Broad Street Bash events, and he picked me up, and we're walking up, and I'm like, I don't know what band this is, but they're playing Wooly Bully, and I'm just going to fall at the feet of the band that will play Wooly Bully at a Broad Street Bash in Middletown, Ohio in 2012.
Yeah.
2011.
And you
And
looked
it was
up
you.
as Big Old Dave.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, yeah, this year,
met
too.
you. I had met you
Oh.
then. So I was
dude, declare.
You're still my beating heart.
We're
But
doing it again this
seriously,
summer.
Are you? When are you playing?
July the 24th with Eric Girardi.
Oh, Girardi, that's right.
Great guitar player.
Okay. Who's opening?
That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's opening?
We are.
Okay. I just have to figure out right
Yeah,
now. I'm going to mark my
early.
calendar. I'm going to make sure I don't work late that day.
Yeah,
and
July
I-
24th.
And I am there. Greatness. So what came first? Funtime Freddy or 3 Feet Deep?
Funtime Freddy, definitely.
Okay.
That was started in the early 90s. Boy, it's hard for me. There's a longer history of that whole Fun Time Freddy, how that happened, but I'd say the 1990 or so, me and some friends, me and the singer Fun Time Freddy put together a group and really wrote most of the songs that Fun Time Freddy played. But then down the line we met other musicians and it turned into a different band called Fun Time Freddy. But
I think
a lot of the music was...
I saw an early incarnation of Fun Time Freddy at the first Justin Britton fundraising event. Amy Britton asked you to perform? No?
Yes. That was you. Now that I remember, it was
I have a terrible memory, but I don't
That's
recall.
all right.
Remember those high school kids played first, right?
Yeah, you don't have to remember. You know what?
It's hurting a little bit.
It's all right.
Like,
Because
did we
you
do
know what?
that?
You know what?
Yeah, you did actually. I remember.
Where?
I don't know the exact venue,
It was in
man.
Liberty Township somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. It was a great show.
Right, now it's all coming back to
It
you.
was awesome. We rocked.
So anyway, a friend of yours, Justin Britton, passed away, and so his mother said, you know, he's such a cool guy that we're going to make sure his name means something, and she set up the scholarship foundation in his name, and it was our first event that we did, and because we have fundraisers, different fundraisers throughout the year, and it was the first one we'd ever done, and so Justin's sister Amy, who you know, got you on the phone, and you're like, I'm there. So you don't have to remember everything you've ever performed, and it's totally understandable that you wouldn't, but you know, that's the very first time I heard
I
it.
just have this. I had a little glimpse of a memory. Actually, I don't think it was Fun Time Freddy.
Oh, really?
Matter of fact, I know exactly what it was.
What was it?
It was. We called it the Connection at the time, which was 3/4 of Fun Time Freddy.
Ah.
But
That's coming back to you.
it is. I just had this little, like, you know, sometimes your brain does that. It just takes a little while. So I'm getting older. Like, here it comes. Here it comes.
Oh, I like the way you did. I like the way you do that.
And then eventually, bam. Yes, it was the Connection. It was me and Lonnie Buckley and John Medley, and I sang everything. And it was just songs I wrote.
I'm so glad that it came back to you, because right now, while we're still talking about it, because otherwise it would have hit you like you when you were trying to fall asleep. And you're like,
I know what she was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, it's like, really, hadn't even met you, and I just already knew that about you going in. It's like, you're always going to be cool to me, no matter what he says.
Well,
But that's an all-original band, and we don't play as much as 3 Feet Deep does these days, but we're still friends and try to...
When people go out to listen to music, original music's fun to hear, but for fans, we also want familiarity. So, when you play music that have been made popular by superstars, rock stars, people know the words, sing along, and
true that, man.
and that's then when you filter your original with that's where then we become.
I'm getting a little antsy, man.
That's where we become engaged.
You're like, you're cutting me out of the segment. I haven't been able to ask him one question.
All right, ask one question and then we're gonna leave.
I know. That's why I'm like, I'm getting antsy over
I
here.
talk a lot.
I just
You
was,
have a question?
hey, like, who cut your hair, man? No, that's not it. No, I planned on, when we did this, I really wanted to ask some similar questions of all the artists that come on the show, just to kind of get a feel for it. And, I may already know this answer, I may not, I'm not sure, but, over the year and a half or so that you've been doing this, and, I know you love everywhere you play, Dale and I do too, but do you have a favorite? Is there
favorite venue to perform?
Yeah, what has been your favorite venue? I mean, Laughs has been unbelievably successful for you. They should be paying you big bucks there, man.
Right now, it really is that.
Laughs.
Yeah.
Good.
I have some great shows, but the biggest turnout, the most musicians that come, the most entertaining show from beginning to end is Laughs every week.
Nice.
Every Thursday.
Yeah. We need to make more.
It's never, knock on wood, it's never a dead show.
No crickets.
No, it hasn't happened once. There's always a big crowd of appreciative people in the audience that really respect all the musicians that play, and you hear a big roar of applause after every song, and it's a good feeling. We're all there to support each other, and yeah.
And every time I've
Love
been
that
there,
place.
which it hasn't been frequently lately because we usually do the show on Thursdays, I've seen somebody different.
Yeah.
And that's cool too.
Yeah, it's very diverse. It's not just the same thing every week.
And last time was one of your students, a former student.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
also just real
That was
quick, a
awesome.
second question before we go off. Get off, go off, whatever they say in this
Oh, yeah.
business.
It's on the floor thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because then we
all right.
gotta go. Go ahead. You're on.
And, maybe this may be the same, because the monks, the most humbling moment, what moment, what time during all this has made you feel like, man, I'm really, really lucky to be doing this? And, the monks, they were digging a dude for Leonard Skinner and Heavy, man.
Well, that was a really cool night. Well, that's hard to think of just one night that made me. It's really the big, just any of the nights we've had where there's a whole bunch of the AU people that come out. There's nights where there's been a few Thursdays ago was definitely in the top 3 I've ever had. Just started at 7:30 and we didn't stop playing until 2 o'clock in the morning. Just one after another, different musicians kept playing.
I remember reading about that on
It's
Facebook.
it's really humbling. It's a great feeling to look out there and see the whole room packed. And,
Oh my gosh, I can't, yeah, I'm sure. That's, yeah.
It makes me feel like, we're doing this right.
Well, yeah, you're definitely doing it right. You started it, you brought everyone in, and you're keeping it going. I love that.
Hey, Dave, thanks, man.
Thanks,
All
Mike.
right.
Now, where can people find you playing the next couple gigs?
Oh, this is a busy week. This week I'm playing Wednesday night at Wind Placer's show in Westchester. I'm playing Thursday night at Laughs. These are all acoustic shows. Friday and Saturday, 3 Feet Deep is playing at the Madison Inn.
I'll see you there.
Yeah. And Sunday night will be acoustic open mic with Chris at the Madison Inn.
Chris the Red Dragon.
Chris the Red Dragon.
Bless her. Cool. All right.
But you have to be 5 in a row this week, so.
I know, but you know what? It's your career. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna guess you pick up your guitar. What's the axe? How that term ever come to me? Pick up your axe. Do people even say that anymore?
Sure.
Yeah, whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna step off camera again, and we're just gonna let you play some music and close out the show. Thanks, Dave Thornton, Mike Reese, Dale Buckner, and Greg Roberts.
Thank you. Thanks,
Thank
Susan.
you, thank you.
She left me hanging. She left me hanging.
Oh, no, was there love involved?
There was.
I'm not shaking your
It was
hand.
fun, thanks.
Oh, fun, that's an understatement for me, thank you. Ah, yeah, we need more of you.
Don't that sometimes sit bad, need something to keep you cool. Don't that sometimes sit bad, need something to keep you cool. Better look out now, 'cause Dave's got something for you. I'm your ice cream man, stop me when I'm passing by. I'm your ice cream man, stop me when I'm passing by. I said now all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy. I got one man banana, Dixie cup, all flavors and a bush of stew. I'm your ice cream man, stop me when I'm passing by. I said now all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy. Well, I'm usually passing by just about 11 o'clock. I never stop. Usually passing by just about 11 o'clock. And if you let me cool you one time, it'll be my regular style. I got one man banana, Dixie cup, all flavors and a push up stew. I'm your ice cream man, stop me when I'm passing by. I said now all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy. cream man, stop me when I pass it by. I'm your ice cream man, stop me when I pass it by. I said now all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy. I'm your ice cream man, stop me when I pass it by. All my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy. I'm your ice cream man, I'm your ice cream man, I'm your ice cream man, I'm your ice cream man. All my flavors are guaranteed satisfied.
So, I said, you know, so you're gonna play us out, and you just were, you know, you didn't turn the shit off. It's like, that's too good to turn that off. We're done, right? Okay, oh, bye, we're still talking,
Thanks.
bye. Yeah, I was just telling my Lord. Bye. Thank you.
That was fun. Thanks.